Browns wide receiver Jarvis Landry could be on his way out of Cleveland after the Browns traded for now former Cowboys receiver Amari Cooper earlier yesterday. This is a big story for Cleveland Browns fans, for Cleveland fans, for on many levels. One, you have your best wide receiver in Jarvis Landry, who is now on the trade block. We'll kind of dissect exactly what that is right there. But really, it's a changing of the guard for Cleveland in a little bit, because Jarvis Landry was the guy for Cleveland who, remember when they were on Hard Knocks a few years ago? He came off that 0-16 season when Jarvis Landry just stopped a meeting in a wide receiver's room and talked to the players and said, we need to get this losing mentality. We need to get this toxic losing mentality out of our locker room because it's contagious. And that seemed to me like the first time in a very long time that someone really came into the Cleveland Browns, one, with a desire to change it, but two, really with the foresight to be like, we need to change the entire culture and actually started that process. I think he was the first one who really took that big step in starting that process, and he's been the real reason that this franchise over the past few years has turned things around in a way. And they're not, obviously not like big time Super Bowl contenders year in and year out, even though people like to talk about them like that, but they're relevant. They're in the conversation of, a playoff team always. They're definitely going to be in that conversation, but people even do mention them like, hey, this is a dark horse Super Bowl pick. And that is in part due to, I think, Jarvis Landry's arrival from Miami in, I believe, 2018. But it looks like his time in the Cleveland Browns is over. They get Amari Cooper, and now Jarvis Landry is now seeking a trade. The Browns gave him permission, it looks like, to seek a trade. There's also a report that if they can't find a trade partner, they're going to simply release him, save that, I believe it's like $18 million in cap money, if I'm not mistaken. It's $16 million in cap money, and he's slated to he's slated to get paid $20 million. So, again, you replace him with Amari Cooper, and I understand why they might be thinking this. Jarvis Landry's been around for a while. While he is a really good to great wide receiver, maybe it's time to shake things up with Baker Mayfield as far as who he's throwing the ball to. You could argue that maybe they needed to shake things up at the quarterback position instead of the wide receiver position, because I think Jarvis Landry on that team means more than Baker Mayfield at this point. Regardless, now the question is, what are some of the teams that are linked to potentially trading for Jarvis Landry? One of the teams we do know that has interest definitely in him as a free agent if the Browns do end up releasing him, but also as a potential trade piece, are the New England Patriots. And if you ask me, one thing that New England needs, especially after that massive playoff loss to the Buffalo Bills, they need weapons for Mac Jones. They have a really good defense. They have a really good backfield. But they need that guy, that number one guy that Mac Jones can throw the ball to. This is no slight against any of the receivers they have. This is no slight against both the really good tight ends they have. What it is it's a point of realization, I think, for the New England Patriots. Because Bill Belichick last year went out and he spent a ton of money, more money than he's ever spent in any offseason in his entire tenure in New England. And he did it with the goal of building a winner soon. It's not building a winner 5 years, 6 years down the line. It is, I want to build a team that can compete now. 1 year from now, 2 years from now. That's what he wants. And he had it. He has it right now. He has the nucleus to build a great football team. And he has a really good football team already, but they could be great if they get Mac Jones, that number one weapon. And mark my words, I know a lot of people are down on him because he's been playing with Baker Mayfield, but Jarvis Landry is a great wide receiver. I know he's 29, but if people want to say, oh, maybe his best years are behind him, but you get a motivated Jarvis Landry, you get a guy who who has that guy in Mac Jones, who is playing for Bill Belichick, who has that mentality of wanting to win, that desire to win. I think that is most crucial in all of this. Jarvis Landry fits, I think, that Bill Belichickian model of a player in that he is focused on what it takes to win. He doesn't necessarily care about the stats. He doesn't necessarily, I mean, obviously he wants to get catches. Everyone wants to be involved in the offense. But if they can win with him having like 2 catches, and that's what it takes to win a Super Bowl, Jarvis Landry's that type of guy. He's going to be like, all right, cool, I'll do it. And do not be surprised. I'm telling you, this is not a prediction. I think it's, if there's any team that is going to trade for Jarvis Landry, it will be the New England Patriots. Jarvis Landry will be traded to the New England Patriots. I think that it makes a lot of sense on their side. That's a team that Jarvis Landry would want to play for. The only question remains is that a team that the Cleveland Browns want to trade him to? And what is the asking price going to be? I mean, I don't know. You have Russell Wilson going for 2 first-round picks, and then you have Khalil Mack going for 2 sixth-round picks? I don't know. We'll see, but Jarvis Landry on his way out in Cleveland. Hey everyone, we hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Until next time, keep it real.